we were in Cambodia, and we started getting like alerts from our travel health insurance provider saying like, oh, if a country reaches level 3, you're only covered for 10 days. So even at that point, I wasn't taking it seriously. And then it really started spreading. And then the State Department raised the CDC raised every country to level 4 and like demanded that you came home. And so once it got to level 4, I was like, we had 2 options. We could stay and work on a farm, which was safe because you're just on a farm in Cambodia, or we could come home. And we took that message from the State Department as it's time to get home before the borders close. And so we came home. And yeah, that's where we are. But it was weird because people weren't, life, because of the way the economy is there, people are like hand to mouth. So life really was not changed at all in Cambodia. The schools were closed, and things like that. But like, I was not feeling, I'm talking to my friends in the US and they're like freaking out. I'm like, life's pretty normal here, which was like nice because it made me relax, but it's also scary because people aren't taking the precautions. So
was it difficult getting a flight back? What was that process like?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Our plane was packed, and it was like, and everyone's wearing masks and everyone's kind of like stressed out, but it was, it was weird. It was really weird driving through downtown Manhattan as a ghost town. That was weird. I'm trying to like accept it and just realize that a lot of people are going to die. It's just a matter of how many people are going to die. And, but I'm really worried about people in developing countries. So I'm trying to think of like why life was so normal in Cambodia and Laos and these last countries we were in, and Rwanda where I've spent some time. And it's like, well, people need to go about their daily lives to feed themselves that night. And so like the tuk-tuk drivers become a little more pushy because they need that ride to eat that night. And you're like, tourism's already down because of coronavirus, and now everyone's leaving. So not only are these people going to be broke, but also their healthcare system's bad. And so I really worry about people who are already poor in poor countries with bad systems and what's going to happen to them. And then also, oppressed people here in, the Western world.
Do you think that there's any way that this crisis will kind of alter the way that we interact as a global society, as Americans, the way that society runs in any way?
There's all this, psychology that talks about collective suffering, because this is like, it's like a global 9/11 with no politically aligned terrorist group. It's just like humans versus the virus. And so I think anytime there's collective suffering across economic, national, religious lines, there's an opportunity there for people to realize they're all human. And specifically, I think people are going to be more grateful for what they have. Even rich people will be grateful for what they have, because now they're experiencing for the first time a lack of access to a basic need. So I think empathy will increase too, but I'm really most hopeful about how this translates in like a post-corona world into the climate crisis. Because every country, for the most part, is on board and got on board in the matter of 2 weeks, some countries quicker than others. So that means that like, if we can frame the climate crisis as a deadly virus, the climate crisis is going to kill X number of times as many people as the coronavirus, and it's going to do it in different ways. But to see governments acting together, I think there's a huge opportunity there. So I'm hopeful about that.
Well, I'm going to let you go, man, let you settle in back to your life on Eastern Standard Time. But before I do you have any parting wisdom to share?
We're just another species on the planet, so start acting like it.